Today marks the 20th anniversary of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing.
6 people and an unborn child were killed when a rental van carrying explosives was detonated in a parking garage underneath the towers. More than 1,000 people were injured. The bomb was intended to destroy the World Trade Center. In 1994, 4 men were convicted of carrying out the bombing. 2 other people, including the mastermind of the attack, were convicted in 1997. Of course, less than 10 years later, terrorists hit again, destroying the towers and killing thousands. Well, how far would you walk for a job? One teen in Indiana was willing to make a 10-mile hike in the snow for a position in a thrift store. But a chance meeting changed all of that. Jaquil Reagan asked Art Bouvier, a restaurant owner, for directions, and Bouvier offered him a ride and a job.
It was destiny. He says, well, I have an interview at a thrift store. I said, an interview at a thrift store? You're walking 10 miles in the ice and snow to an interview at a thrift store. And I just got to thinking, that's a good work ethic.
Bouvier says that dozens of regular customers are offering to pay for a bus pass for Jaquil. He's already started working at the restaurant.
Watered down, that's what beer lovers and former employees of Anheuser-Busch are saying about Bud and Michelob. California lawyer says the watered-down claims are based on information from former workers. Those workers say water is being added just before bottling, which cuts the alcohol by up to 8%. Several states have already filed suit against the beer company. More snow for the Midwest again. Blizzards, conditions, and hurricane-like winds. And in North Carolina, it's ice, lots of ice.
So how much will they see and when will it end? ABC's Alex Perez is in Chicago, where folks are asking that very question.
Another winter wallop from Mother Nature brought more snow, sleet, and freezing rain to the nation's midsection. The Windy City got hit just in time to add misery to the evening commute.
It's bad. Its visibility is really bad.
This is part of the same storm that moved through Texas, Kansas, and Oklahoma. In Wichita, it's not the amount of snow that's the big problem, but the weight. In Missouri, the snow so wet and heavy. Look what it did to this building in Kansas City. And this roof collapse in Oklahoma killed a man.
We haven't had snow here like this in 20 years.
A foot of wet snow on your roof can add up to 20 pounds per square foot. That's like having several cars on it. So if you hear any creaking or popping sounds, get out. Iowans expected to be spared, but some parts of the state could get up to a foot. Further east, snow and freezing rain closed schools in a few counties in North Carolina. Ice-coated power lines caused widespread outages, leaving thousands in the dark. This tree limb fell on a power line, sparking a small fire. This rain will now make its way up the East Coast. Alex Perez, ABC News, Chicago.
Extremely windy conditions made it hard for a pilot to land a plane at the San Antonio airport yesterday. Take a look at this. That wasn't the only problem. Wildfires across the San Antonio area knocked down power lines.
Now your 13 News Weather Authority forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson.
All right, as we mentioned, a couple of areas of very light isolated shower activity or maybe a couple of sprinkles trying to move through parts of the metro area, but those have been dying off even since the top of the broadcast when I was last on. Also down across the Outer Banks, we've been talking about some rain that is now offshore and will continue to move to the east, so no worries there. The other thing we're dealing with, a little bit of fog, not here in the metro areas, but once you get back inland a little bit, both northwest and southwest in a ring around us, we have some lower visibilities. Not too low, but it is down to half a mile, for example, right now in Williamsburg, whereas it's 2.5 in Newport News and a nice 5-mile visibility in Hampton. So you can see, again, most of the metro area here, no problem at all with the fog. It's these inland spots where skies have cleared and it's still a lot of moisture around from the rain that we had today, and that's leading to, again, these sort of foggy conditions. I don't expect it to be a big problem in the morning, though, because the westerly wind later on is going to drop not only the dew points, but help to keep the temperature steady. And as you get not as much humidity in the air, that should help things. So again, that's what we're looking for. Be aware there could be some, but it should not be a big problem for most of us in the morning. And then by noontime, a nice day to get out and take a little bit of a walk or just enjoy a little bit of outside activity during the afternoon with a lot of sunshine and temperatures approaching 60 degrees. Tomorrow evening, gradually we'll start to see readings falling back down through the 50s. But even late evening, that is still warmer than a normal daytime high. After that, gradually we drop a little bit more tomorrow night, gradually a little bit more then over the next several days after that as well, even though skies, as you can see, remain clear at night and sunny by day. Fairly sunny skies again on Thursday. We had said a few days ago we thought there might be a stray sprinkle. The odds of that, I think, are going down a little bit. Maybe areas north of us on the Delmarva, but not here in Hampton Roads. And then for Friday, a fair amount of sunshine as well. We are watching a weak system potentially over the weekend. More on that in just a second. Meanwhile, rainfall potential, we had talked about that yesterday. Ended up working out almost exactly like we had said, on average about an inch across the area. Here's the rain moving out of the region. Still one last stray shower in just one or two very lonely locations. Breezy and mild with some fog early, and then I don't think it'll be a real big problem toward morning. Lows down to about 50 degrees. Partly sunny, breezy, and mild tomorrow, up near 60. 42 breezy and chilly tomorrow night. Thursday, 54, and a little bit cooler, and then it gets cooler still with 50 on Friday, and then only 46 Saturday, and I think late Saturday night into early Sunday, there could be a few sprinkles or maybe even flurries, and we'll have to watch that over the next couple days. Watch Craig tomorrow morning. He'll give you an update on that as well.
You just ruined our warming trend, Jeff.
I know.
Okay.
Well, it's not quite spring yet.
It's true.
All right,
Thanks, Jeff.
much. All right, for the very latest on that forecast, check in with our 13 News Daybreak team starting at 4:30 a.m.
Olympians, comedians, actors, but only one will be the winner at the end. In case you missed it, we've got the cast of Dancing with the Stars Season 16 next.
Today's weather segment is brought to you by Michael & Son Services.